Shiloh Christian and Edgley Cole Montpelier, and took care of Wyndmere Lidgerwood in pretty handy fashion on Monday night by a score of 72-31. In that game, the Vikings shot 42% from the floor, held the Warbirds to 29% from the field, out-rebounded them 34-21 in that victory. They're getting very good production from a number of sources. They picked up 3 wins last week, including that win over Edgley Cole Montpelier a week ago Monday. Andy Fryer and Gavin Keller each threw in 25 and an 80-74 win. That game was tied at 3 different instances in the fourth quarter. It's 69, at 72, and 74, where the Vikings got the final 8 points of the game as Keller got a basket. Dawson Schaefer and Gavin Keller knocked out a pair of free throws in for an 80-74 win. They also took care of Lisbon last Friday night, 68-48. Really broke the game open in the third quarter, holding the Broncos to just 3 points in that game. Gavin Keller had 19 points. Andy Fryer threw in 10. They also had a win over Sargent Central in that stretch. And they're set to take on the Central Cass Squirrels. And the Squirrels got a couple of days to lick their wounds and go over the tape and kind of stew over what happened Monday night. And it was an unusual and it was a great start for the Squirrels, but they did not finish. Too many turnovers and just a lot of things that just didn't go right from the floor. But Owen Warry, 21 points and came up with some big three-pointers. He knocked down 5 threes in that matchup on Monday night. Hit a 3 to end the first half at about a 30-plus footer to end the third quarter. So he ended up with game-high honors of 21 points. Double-double unofficially for Christian Leitz at 14 points and 13 rebounds. But they couldn't hang on to a 16-point lead in the first half as Richland just kept coming after him. And it was kind of a slow run to get back into the game. They finally took the lead late in the fourth quarter. Central Cass went 6.5 points without a basket, only scored 5 in the fourth quarter, and they went scoreless till about 90 seconds to go in the game with a Josh Dixon basket that got the Richland deficit down to 2. And Owen Warry 3 cut it to 1. They really had a very good defensive possession late in the final minute, getting a missed shot, but couldn't get a shot off as they got the rebound with just under 10 seconds to play in that matchup. And they were not able to get a shot off in time. Copperbeck got a look, about 23, 24 feet, but shot was missed and came after the buzzer anyway, so it did not and would not have counted. And Richland came all the way back for a 60-59 win, and that's been a frustration for the last couple of years for the Squirrels. You look at the losses this year; they're 7-4. 3 of the losses are by a grand total of 9 points. 3 to New Rockford Cheyenne, a very good team Christmas Eve. Lost by 5 at Grafton, and that 1-point loss to Richland, their first loss inside of Region 1 play. And still a lot to be decided. I talked with Matt Norman before the game, and he says, we looked at the tape, and we found some more things we didn't like. They ended up with over 20 turnovers on the game. They really thought half-court-wise they did a good job defensively against Richland, and I would agree with that, as Richland really, where they were at their best was in transition off of turnovers, and when they got the Squirrels kind of sped up a little bit for some mistakes at times, that's when Richland was at their best and most effective. They thought half-court-wise they did a lot of good things defensively, and they just got to be able to find a way to finish late in games. Maybe a player or two's got to step up and knock a shot when not down when they have to. And it certainly, that loss was not the end of the world, but it certainly hurts, no doubt about that. But right now, top 6 teams in the region are either unbeaten or 1 loss. They're separated by a game and a half, and Milner North Sargent sitting there at 3-2 in the region as well. But Kindred comes in 6-0 in region play. Richland 5-0. They're just getting set to tip off down at Colfax against Oak Grove. We'll keep you posted on that matchup. Oak Grove is 5-1. Central Cass, Northern Cass, and Enderlin all 4-1 this evening. The Jaguars out in Jamestown for a makeup game out at UJ at the Newman Center, taking on Mid-Coda, a game that got wiped out during the Christmas break due to weather. Should be a good one tonight. The Vikings and the Squirrels, and the Vikings have had the upper hand. They have beat the Squirrels 5 consecutive times, 5 straight wins over the last 3 seasons, including a couple of postseason victories in the last 2 years. We'll take a timeout as our pregame report continues on. We'll take a look at some games around the region and our Hunter Grain Company starting lineups coming up in just a few minutes as well. It's the Vikings and Squirrels tonight here in a good crowd, as you would expect here in Castleton, ready to enjoy this matchup and another big one inside of Region 1 play. We're back with more after this 1-minute timeout. Nice sounds of the Central Cass Band. There you can hear them as our coverage brought to you by Piper Tax Service, by Cass County Electric Cooperative, More Engineering West Fargo, Proceed, Cass Rural Water District with 13 locations, along with the Ring Neck of Leonard, and by Allsager Ranch of Kindred. The Vikings come in, as we mentioned, unbeaten in region play. Starts a tough stretch for them. They have this game tonight, and then we'll take on Richland. That'll be going on in Kindred on Monday night. Another key matchup there, and that should be a heck of a showdown going on with that game. We'll keep you posted on Oak Grove and Richland tonight. Elsewhere in the region, as we mentioned, Northern Cass, a makeup game. They're out at the University of Jamestown at the Newman Center facing Mid-Cota. Finley Sharon Hope Page at Park River. It's a varsity doubleheader against Park River Fordville Lincoln, both boys and girls taking part in that. Mildred R. Sargent at Tri-State this evening. Midway Minto at Hillsborough Central Valley. Hankinson at Winemere Lidgerwood, and Mayport CG at Grafton. We'll be back here tomorrow night. We'll switch things over to girls basketball. It should be a dandy in Region 1 that will have Northern Cass and Central Cass right now 2 and 3 in the Region 1 standings, and that should be another dandy. Like I said, we've been very fortunate here with a stretch of some very, very good games to call, and hopefully you're enjoying them as well. But that'll be another one tomorrow night. We'll have that for you on 103.9 The Truck and 103.9thetruck.com as coverage will begin about 7:30 on that matchup. Taking a look at the numbers, the Vikings have 3 players averaging double figures point-wise, led by the big post inside, the 6'9 junior Gavin Keller, 16.5 points, 6 rebounds per game. Andy Fryer has really found his stroke as well. Fryer just under 16 points a game, 83% foul shooter and about 44% from the floor. Good cutter and slasher to the hoop. And Dawson Schaefer pretty steady as well at 13.5 points per game. He shoots from the floor nearly 50%. He's a 41% three-point shooter. Meantime, as a team, the Vikings shoot, as a team, about 48% from the floor and 38% from three-point range. Central Cass led by Owen Worry. Worry, again, really hit some big shots in that game. Hit a 3 off a very good half-court set right before halftime, which gave the Squirrels a 7-point lead after Richland had trimmed a 16-point deficit down to 2 in the quarter, and that was a big 3 there. And then another 3, about a 30-footer to end the third quarter as Worry knocked down some big shots over the course of the game, and then another 3 late in the final minute. Worry is averaging If you take a look at his numbers from the floor, he's about 17.2. Take a look at the other scoring. Christian Leitz with a double-double. He's at 12.6 points a game, just a little over 12.5 points, and he is averaging nearly 8 rebounds a game, leading rebounder in Josh Dixon as well. And one thing that was frustrating talking with Matt Norman before the game and visiting with Matt a little bit, in fact, says we tried to get Josh some touches, and he says about most of the half-court sets we had late in the game, we tried to focus him and get the ball inside, and Richland denied it, and we just weren't able to get a lot of touches. And he's a guy that he's kind of a wild card in the mix. You know, you're going to get some points out of Worry. Leet seems to do well. Copperving controls things, but if you can get double figures out of Dixon, you get 10 to 12 points and 5-6 rebounds. That's another big factor as well for the Squirrels, and we'll see how they handle things inside with Keller, who will get that defensive assignment here this evening. So a lot of different things, a lot of different matchups to keep an eye on here in this one this evening. And talked about it going into the break. Kindred has won 5 straight games over the Squirrels. The last time Central Cass beat them, they played twice in the 2015-2016 season. Central Cass won both of those by double figures, 76-60 and 73-44. But in the last 3 seasons, these teams have met 5 times, and the Vikings have won all 5, including 2 postseason wins. You go back 2 years ago, it was a first-round 5 versus 12 matchup. The Vikings won 54-49 in Kindred. And then last year in the regular season, Kindred beat the Squirrels 54-49 in Kindred in January. They met in the Region 1 semifinals, where the Vikings won that one as they finished off late, 47-40, as the Squirrels went cold down the stretch in that matchup. We'll take another timeout. Our Hunter Grain Company starting lineups and the tip-off on this one with Kindred and Central Cass this evening. Squirrels and Vikings, always fun. We're back with more after this 90-second timeout. Now they'll have one more non-region game in February at Ellendale, the state tournament team from last year, but they'll get a chance to take on Hillsborough Central Valley Saturday night. And then we'll get a little bit of a break. They'll be off until the 7th, a week from tomorrow when they host the Hankinson Pirates. Kindred, as we mentioned, will host Richland coming up on Monday, and then at Oak Grove on Thursday the 6th. So they're in a stretch of some very difficult region matchups. Your Hunter Grain Company starting lineup first off for the visiting Kindred Vikings as they come in with a mark of 8-3. Brad Whale, veteran head coach, and one of the good ones, assisted by Scott Milbrand and Matt Hagan. And the starting lineup will go like this for the Vikings. The guards will be number 5, Dawson Schaefer, a 6'1 senior. Joined in the backcourt by number 10, Andy Fryer, a 6'3 senior. Forwards will be number 20, Caden Olson, a 6'1 senior, and number 23, Max McQuillan, a 6'3 sophomore. In the middle, the big fella, Gavin Keller, number 34, a 6'9 junior. Schaefer and Fryer the guards, Olson and McQuillan the forwards, Keller in the middle, Kindred in the Road Royal Blue jerseys, white lettering and numerals outlined in black, and Royal Blue in white trim. Home team on the scoreboard, the Central Cass Squirrels. They are 7-4 on the year, 4-1 in the region. A log jam in the region standings. Head coach is Matt Norman, assisted by Brent Nelson and Bill Rutz. Starting lineup, the guards will be number 12, Max Coppervig, a 5'10 junior. Joined in the backcourt by number 14, Owen Worry, a 5'11 senior. Forwards will be number 10, Zach Cates, a 6'2 senior. And number 22, Christian Leitz, a 6'4 senior. In the middle, number 40, Josh Dixon. Dixon is a 6'3 junior. Rory and Coppervig, the guards. Rory at just over 17 points a game. Cates and Leitz, the forwards, and Dixon in the middle. Central Cass in the home whites. Red lettering, black numerals, and red, white, and black trim. Our three officials tonight, Dustin Thompson, Nate Mertens, and Todd Carlson. Opening tap coming up for the Vikings and Squirrels. Our starting lineups brought to you by the Hunter Grain Company, locations in Hunter and Gardner, a local farmers cooperative. The tap in 30 seconds. Vikings win the tap as Fryer grabs it for Schaefer. They'll head from right to left as we see it is underway. Entry pass for Keller. Drops it and trying to gather it into the corner. Nearly lost his balance and able to recover it and find Fryer. Opening possession here up top, Dawson Schaefer for the Vikings. Schaefer a couple of dribbles high on the right side for Caden Olson. Loosely guarded out there by Kate. Squirrels will start man-to-man defensively. Here's a spin move by Fryer. Drives left block. Scoop shot around Coppervig and scores. Nifty play there by Fryer. A little scoop shot. Underhanded flipping good. Makes it 2-0 in favor of the Vikings. Coppervig trying to avoid a half-court trap down the near sideline. He goes. Jump past Coppervig. Owen Worry. Wide open. Three in the corner. Is good. Owen Worry was ready to aim and fire. 3-2. The assist to Coppervig in Central Cass. We have our first lead change here in the opening minute. Left wing with it, Olson flashing for the ball. Left blocks is Keller from McQuillan. High on the right side for Fryer. To the wing, it's Schaefer. Man-to-man defense. Feeds a cutting Caden Olson. Got around Cates and scores. Nice cut there off a curl. Olson catching free throw line. Had a lane down the paint and answers back. Another lead change early. It's 4-3 Vikings. If they want to set perhaps a zone press, now they'll get set and play half-court defense man-to-man. Coppervig high on the right side with it. Fires a pass right wing for Zach Cates. Now for Leitz. Cross court for Worry. Up fake by Worry. Drives to the free throw circle for Dixon. Top of the key. He'll drive on Keller. Gets a step. The layup is good. Will they give it to him? No. Foul on the floor. Foul on the floor will be on Keller. Keller picks up his first. It'll be the first team foul. Coverage brought to you by Express Lane and Kindred Quick Mart as Owen Worry knocks down a shot in the corner off the inbounds. Worry with a couple of threes, and it's 6-4 Central Cass. 6:25 to go here in the opening quarter, and the joints already jumping. Fryer top of the key with it. Pass. Olson left wing, tightly guarded by Cates. Back up top for McQuillan. McQuillan, one-handed pass inside Keller. Drop step to the right, blocks and scores. 6-6 tie game. Well, the Vikings have been very efficient in the half court. 3 for 3. Left-handed dribble. Here comes Coppervig between the circles. Coppervig high on the right side for Owen Worry. Screen coming from Leeds up top. Worry a stutter step dribble. Helps it off left side, Kabervik. Max will drive to the corner, down the paint. Right wing, Cates steps into a three. That's good. 3 threes early on as Cates has one. 9-6 Central Cass. 5:43 to go here in the opening quarter, and both these teams' offenses off to blistering start. Slob inside, caught by Keller underneath. Muscles his way in, turns, shot inside, and a foul. Had to reach for that ball. He caught it. Bad angle underneath the basket. Able to turn himself back to get a better and a easier look at it. Fouls on Leeds his first. It'll get Gavin Keller to the free throw line to shoot a pair here for the Vikings. In the 7-game winning streak, the lowest point number they've had in the game is 68. First free throw missed by Keller. Keller from the free throw line coming in 73%. The Vikings as a team very good, just under 71. One more coming here for Gavin Keller. Free throw, got that one. 1 of 2 from the stripe. It is 9-7. 2-point lead here for Central Cass early on, but both these teams off to excellent offensive starts. Between the circles with it, here is Leeds. Now for Worry high on the left side. Worry will drive, finds a lane, puts up the shot, and we have contact and a foul called. See if it's going to be on Keller. No, it'll be on Caden Olsen instead. Olsen picks up his first, second team foul. To the free throw line will be Owen Worry to shoot a pair here for Central Cass. Worry, very good standstill outside shooter. That time off the dribble, able to get a step. 76% foul shooter. Free throw's good. Worry was 7 points early on, 10-7 in favor of the Squirrels. Still 5:19 to go here in the opening quarter of play from Castleton. Free throw is around the rim and off. Rebound to Caden Olsen. It's the first rebound I have for either team. Haven't been a lot of rebounds to corral so far. Fryer to the right wing with it, defended by Kabervik. Good matchup there. Taken away by Max. Checked his pocket. There's a turnover. Kabervik back the other way for the Squirrels. Bounce pass. Cates right wing has it. Now back for Kabervik high on the right. Pass fake. Now right wing for Cates. Defended out there by McQuillan. He's used up his dribble. Bounce pass coming to get it. Worry in the corner. Back to the right wing. Between the legs and the dribble. Fires for three. Front rim no. Keller the rebound. That's his first for the Vikings. Outlet for Fryer. Andy down the left side with it. A crossover dribble up top for Dawson Schaefer. 4:42 to go here in the opening quarter. 10-7 Central Cass in this Region 1 matchup. McQuillan, free throw circle. Here's a 17-footer for Keller off the front rim. No, and Leitz grabs a rebound. Leading board man about 8 a game. Left wing with it. Cates tries the baseline. McQuillan cuts him off. Now for Worry. Worry, right-handed dribble, stops, top of the key. Now a drive by Leitz. Turns, free throw line, pivots back between the circles for Kabervik. 20 in the shot clock, it's a Leitz screen. He'll drive, jump past Leitz, free throw circle. Able to contest was Fryer. Flips it for Dixon. Dixon, back to the basket. Bounce pass right wing, Kabervik. He'll fire a deep two right wing, no good. Max McQuillan the rebound. Didn't quite have his feet set, but tried to fire off the front rim. Right winger's Olsen. 4 minutes to go, first quarter. Caden Olsen up top, Schaefer wide open, head on three, flat and short. Offensive rebound, McQuillan free throw line. His second, he'll put up a teardrop floater, that's no good. Keller offensive rebound over 2 defenders and scores. Gavin Keller has 5. Got a put-back basket there, and it's 10-9. Kindred cuts it to a point. 3:38 to go here in the opening quarter. Kabervik heads left with it. Little help and recover defense there from Keller. Up top it goes for Worry. Inside Dixon. Dixon turns to his left. Drop step. Shot is up. No good. Second chance, and he's fouled before he could put up the second shot. And while the foul inside, it'll be against the Vikings. Holding a foul on Schaefer as he was surrounded, Dixon was, by 3 defenders before he could put up the second shot. Third team fouls into the Viking lineup, number 30. Jaden Peraza, a 6'4 sophomore, checking in for Caden Olsen. Vikings have won 7 straight. They have not lost since the calendar turned to 2020. In the corner with it, Cates. Left wing Owen Worry defended there as Fryer puts his hands and arms straight up. Now for Christian Leitz. Leitz free throw line. Drives it. It's stripped by Schaefer. Taken away by Fryer. 3-on-2. Long bounce pass for Schaefer. Trying to save it and does. It goes over the head of McQuillan. Taken back by Central Cass. Kabervik. Bounce pass inside Dixon. Caught underneath the basket for Leitz. Back out up top. Here's a 3. Cates. It is good. He buries the 3 that time. 13-9. Central Cass has hit 4 threes here in the opening quarter, and Cates has a pair of them. Schaefer, left elbow, pass tip, deflected, loose ball. Still loose, McClellan rips it away. Bounce pass back for Keller, who lays it up inside and good. And one, foul call. McClellan able to rip that ball free in the short corner and drop a bounce pass inside. Keller has a chance for the three-point play and a foul against Central Cass. Foul's going to be on Owen Worry. First personal, second team foul. And Keller will try for the old-fashioned three-point play. Free throw, good. Substitution 22, Paul Olson, 6'3", sophomore in for McQuillan. And talking with Brad Whale, Kindred head coach before the game, he says, we've been winning games and we haven't had, it seems like we've had somebody out every night due to injuries or a little bit of illness. Flu bug going through the school. 13-12 Central Cass. Coppervig for Worry, top of the key. High on the left side for Leeds. Squirrels are not substituted so far here in the quarter. Zach Cates to the corner with it. Coppervig and wide of Max. Try to make a one-handed catch and unable to do so. And that'll be turnover number 2 against Central Cass. So second turnover here against the Squirrels. 2:17 to go here in the opening quarter. Pass left side, high on the left side, it's Fryer. Fryer up top, Peraza. Ball fake by Peraza, high on the right side for Schaefer. Schaefer up top for Fryer. Shot clock at 20 here in the opening quarter, and it's been a dandy. Here's Fryer, left-handed dribble. Works his way back, now between the circles for Schaefer. Shot clock 13, 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Schaefer coming up high for a screen is Keller. Pick and roll in for Keller. He'll put up a shot inside, no. Second chance for Gavin, gets in a little closer, and that one's good. Second chance for Keller, and it's now a 14-13 Kindred advantage. Minute 42 to go here in the opening quarter as Coppervig jogs it into front court. Left wing for Worry. Worry between the legs on the dribble. Pass for Leitz up top. Leitz left side on the wing. Here's a three by Worry. He'll fire. That's off, no good. Rebound finally tapped by Keller. He picks up his fourth rebound. Down floor, Andy Fryer. Three far corner. The lefty off the back tab, no. Rebound Christian Leeds for the Squirrels. And the outlet for Coppervig. Minute 18 to go here in the first quarter, and Kindred only 14-13 lead. Swapped leads a couple of times here in the first quarter. Cates, left-handed dribble up top, free throw circle Dixon from 18 feet. That's around the rim and off. Rebound Peraza off his hands and finally able to gather it in for the Vikings. Clears the board, and the outlet pass goes for Dawson Schaefer. Final minute of play here in the opening quarter. We're at 56 seconds and counting in the opening stanza. Fryer, right wing Peraza. Gets a screen from Fryer, left of the key. Leaping catch by Dawson Schaefer, a pass fake. Takes a couple of dribbles. Now will veer back beyond the arc for Peraza. 15 of the shot clock, 44 to go in the quarter. Here's Fryer with it. Fryer up top, stutter step dribble. Turns, pass left side. Here's Schaefer. Shot clock at 7. Schaefer will drive to the corner, leans in, puts up the shot. It is an air ball. Rebound goes to Dixon. Second board for Dixon. Shot clock off. Squirrels can play for the final shot, and that appears that is what they'll do. Coppervig to play from Matt Norman. High on the left side, Coppervig. See if he'll go one-on-one with Schaefer as the Squirrels get set in the half court. 16 seconds to go. Coppervig down to 12. High ball screen from Leeds. Here's a drive. Coppervig finds a lane, puts up the shot. It is no good. Well, the foul called. A foul inside. It's going to be against. Let's see. It's going to be a push and a foul on Gavin Keller. So Keller picks up his second with 8.5 seconds to go here in the quarter. As 10 points for Keller, but he picks up his second foul. It's the fourth as a team against Kindred. And Coppervig shoots 2, and free throw's good. That's excellent foul shooter here for Central Cass. Wes Cates checks into the Central Cass lineup. Coppervig averaging 6.5 points a game. Leading assist man just over 4 per game. Free throw front rim and no good. Rebound to Andy Fryer. Fryer, 5 seconds left. Fryer down the right side with it to the right wing. 3 is blocked by Coppervig, and that'll end the quarter. 1 of 2 for Coppervig at the line. Then he blocks Fryer's 3 to end the quarter. And we're even after 1 and a back and forth. Very well played first quarter. After 1, Kindred and Central Cass even at 14. We're back in 1 minute. 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Richland leads Oak Grove 28-26. Here we're tied at 14, just underway in the second. Wes Cates, number 24 in there, 6'3 senior for the Squirrels. Leeds has it, Central Cass ball. Brady Robinson, a senior, also in. Free throw line, jump shot for Leeds, in and out too strong. Peraza grabs the rebound. Keller is on the bench with 2 fouls. Pass goes for Caden Olson. Back right wing for Dawson Schaefer. Between the legs on the dribble. In there with Fryer, Peraza, and Paul Olson, along with Caden Olson for the Kindred Vikings. 21 on the shot clock. Here's a drive by Fryer. Got it stripped into the hands of Worry. Kindred turns it over for just the 3rd time this evening. High on the left side, Wes Cates to the corner, Leeds. Leeds will drive to the free throw circle. Now will turn, finds a lane, and he'll lay it up, and good! Nice drive and finish there by Christian Leeds. He got to the free throw line and then able to find the lane that attack. 16-14, Central Cass by 2. Pick and roll. Peraza bobbles the ball. It bounced off his leg, picked up underneath by Robinson. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers in the second quarter here for the Vikings. Wes Cates up top, straight on 3. It's Coppervig. Yes! Coppervig, the 5th 3 for Central Cass here in the half. He has 4, and it's 19-14. 5, the biggest lead here for the Squirrels early on. Fryer taking a little more of a zone, kind of a 2-3 zone look here for Central Cass. Actually, to get a second look, it might be a 1-3-1. Caden Olson, lob out high on the left side for Dawson Schaefer, and almost has a 1-3-1 look with Christian Leeds defending out in the perimeter. Fryer, diagonal pass Dawson Schaefer, ball fake, he'll drive, crossover, zigzags his way in the paint, shot no good, got it back, and is fouled. Foul will be against the Squirrels. It's on Christian Leeds, second on Leeds, 13 fouls. So Leeds picking up his second with 6:23 to go here in the first half. 19-14 Central Cass. Squirrels have lost 5 straight to the Vikings over the last 3 seasons. Stepping back, it's a 3 by Schaefer, front rim no. Tapped by Fryer, loose ball. Rolls in front of the Squirrels bench. Diving after it is Andy Fryer, and out of bounds it'll belong to Central Cass. Coverage brought to you by Hopewells of Kindred. Allsager Ranch of Kindred, the Cass County Reporter. Steve's Heating and Air Conditioning, your carrier dealer in Castleton, and Camas Sand and Gravel. 6:12 and counting here first half. 19-14 Central Cass. Right wing, it is Rory for Coppervig between the circles. Max fires left side as Wes Cates. Cates, right-handed dribble, works his way back out between the circles. Rory for Coppervig, right wing, fires a 3 over Olson. Front rim, no. Now the rebound, 3 now for Jaden Peraza off the bench. Now for Schaefer. Schaefer left wing with it. Wraparound pass for Olson, back for Schaefer. McQuillan back into the game for Kindred as Schaefer drives past Wes Cates, switches hands at the last second, and lays it up and in. First 2 for Dawson Schaefer, averaging double figures on the year for the Vikings. 19-16 in Central Cass. 19-16 in favor of the Squirrels. Free throw circle, it is Leeds. Feed inside, Brady Robinson is fouled inside. Robinson got free on the blocks and able to catch, and he is fouled underneath as we have a foul against the Vikings. First on Peraza, it is the 5th team foul against the Vikings, and Brady Robinson heads to the stripe to shoot a pair for Central Cass. Toss is up and good. Robinson, 57% foul shooter, averaging about 2.5 points a game. Zach Cates, Josh Dixon into the lineup for the Squirrels. Owen Worry checking out. Second free throw, and Leeds out there as well. Free throw good. Robinson hits them both. Squirrels in the line, 4 of 6. 21-16 Central Cass, a 5-point advantage, and it is a 1-3-1 zone. Now they'll put Wes Cates out in the front of that zone. Schaefer left of the key. McQuillan, Schaefer to the near corner with it. There's a 3 coming. It is good. Matt Pearson just into the game, buries the 3. The lefty Pearson, a 6-foot junior, gets his first points of the night. 21-19. Kindred cuts it to 2. Left wing Wes Cates on the drive. Stops left of the paint. I think he walked. He did. Third Squirrels turnover. I had him for 21 the other night against Richland. Matt Norman said we actually had him for more than that after we looked at the tape. Halftime score from Colfax. Richland 30, Oak Grove 28. Inside of 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. A crossover, nice drive by Schaefer. Shot block, getting a hand out at Dixon. Dixon picks up the loose ball. His first block denying Schaefer. And here's Coppervig back the other way. Max comes to a sliding stop. Might have traveled. Nothing called. We continue on. Wes Cates between the circles with it. Cates fires near corner. Now to the right wing goes Robinson. Back up top off the hands of Dixon. Wes Cates trying to save it. Keep it in front court. Throws it back into play. It's intercepted by McQuillan. Taken back by Coppervig, who lays it up and no good. And a foul call. McQuillan tried to pick it up near sideline. He couldn't keep his balance. He fired back towards the middle of the court where it was taken by Coppervig, and then Max fouled, put up the shot, and it just rimmed out at the last second. Coppervig, 55% foul shooter, will get a pair of tosses. The foul number 2 on Schaefer, and Max's first free throw is good. So the 5th point for Coppervig. Schaefer now into foul trouble. Picks up his second with 4.5 minutes to go. Schaefer out. It's like Caden Olsen back into the game for Kindred. Fryer also in there as well. Free throw good. 5 for Kindred is Fryer, Caden Olsen, McQuillan, Matt Pearson, and Peraza. 23-19, Squirrels by 4. 4:24 to go here first half. Pass goes left wing, Caden Olsen. Lob over the fronting defender, Robinson. Caught by Peraza, and he's fouled, held and fouled by Brady Robinson. So Robinson will pick it up. First on Robinson, it is the 4th team foul against Central Cass. Inbounds coming, it'll be Fryer. Lob out, caught there by McQuillan. The sophomore will drive behind the back dribble. Nice move, gets a step on Dixon, and lays it up and in with the left hand. Boy, nifty play there by McQuillan. Nice footwork and ball handling, 23-21. Central Cass leads by 2, 4:04 to go second quarter. 2-3 zone defense now with the Vikings. The left wing 3, it's Owen Worry. It is around the rim and good for 3. 10 for Owen Worry. 26-21, 5-point lead. Far corner, Pearson, he'll fire for 3. Front rim, no. Brady Robinson the rebound. Robinson gets his first now for Coppervig. Coppervig between the circles, high on the right side, Cates, baseline Dixon. Dixon drives underneath the basket, fires out left wing Worry. It's another 3. That went off the front rim. And the rebound picked up by the Vikings. Caden Olsen grabs the rebound. Now for Fryer left wing. Kindred ball down 5. 3.5 to go first half. McQuillan top of the key with it. High on the right side for Pearson. Pearson up top, Caden Olsen. Left wing Fryer, open, 3-pointer, front rim and short. Ball tipped into the hands of Zach Cates for Central Cass for Coppervig. 3:16 to go second quarter. Right wing with it. Here's a drive by Cates. Turns back right wing for Coppervig. Back up top for Robinson. Robinson, pass fake. High on the left side with it for Owen Worry. Bounce past Zach Cates right side. Cates for Worry. Worry will drive, runs over a defender, and that's an offensive foul. Worry called for the charge. Peraza took the contact inside. Second on Owen, 15 fouled against Central Cass, so 3:01 to go in the second. Worry joins Leeds with 2 fouls each. Robinson will check out as Worry will stay in the game for now. 3 minutes to go here second quarter. 26-21 your score. The lead is now 5 for the Squirrels. Inside of 3 minutes to go second quarter. Caden Olsen sends it right wing. That is Pearson. Tightly guarded there by Worry. Pearson uses up his dribble. Caught in the corner. Now finds Andy Fryer. Fryer left-handed dribble. He'll put his head down to the drive. Shot is up. Contested. It is short and out of bounds. Had to try and put it up over 2 defenders. A runner. Well, Brad Whale thought that shot was tipped. One of the Squirrels got a hand on it, but the officials say nope. Central Cass ball. 2:35 to go first half. 26-21. Central Cass led by 10 from Worry, 6 from Cates and Coppervig. Max Coppervig with the ball right wing to the near corner. Owen Worry enters it in for Dixon. Turns to his right on Peraza. Head fake. Puts up a right-handed hook and off the front rim. No good. Just missing off the front rim. Down floor with it. Fryer for Caden Olsen. His shot no good. Zach Cates the rebound. Down floor Coppervig. He'll put up a teardrop floater. Left of the paint. That's short. Andy Fryer the rebound. Fryer clears it, and he'll come across the time stripe with it. Fryer for Max McQuillan high on the right side. 2:03 to go second quarter. Here's McQuillan, a left-handed dribble. Up top for Fryer. Fryer, left-handed drive, gets a step on Coppervig, and he is hacked and fouled. Coppervig will pick up his first foul. It's the 16th foul against Central Cass. No, I'll give it to Dixon, beg your pardon. Josh will pick up his first and the 16th foul. Fryer will shoot a pair here for the Vikings as the first one is good. And he has his 3rd point. Leeds comes back in for Worry. 1:57 to go before halftime. As Andy Fryer from the free throw line is an 83% foul shooter. Second free throw, the lefty knocks that one in. 26-23. Lead is 3 now for Central Cass. Inside of 2 minutes to go here in the first half of play. Inside of 2 minutes, Coppervig up top. Left of the key, Cade McKinnon in the lineup for Central Cass. 6'2 sophomore. McKinnon for Leeds free throw line. He tries to step through, bumps into Pearson, puts up the shot in traffic. It's good. 4 for Christian Leeds, 28-23. Back the other way come the Vikings. A drive inside, shot off the glass, no good from Eli Heinrich, number 21. Back into the game. Peraza for Fryer, and his three-pointer is good. Andy Fryer buries the three that time after Peraza getting the offensive rebound. 28-26, inside of 90 seconds to go here in the first half. Cates with it near corner. Cates to the right wing, back up top, Leeds. Leeds a left-handed drive on Heinrich. Fall away shot is up off the glass, no good. Rebound secured by the Vikings as Matt Pearson the board. Squirrels lead by 2. Minute 3 to go in the second quarter. Fryer, Brad Whale tells him get to the middle of the floor. Between the circles with it. And his mug defensively is Kabervig, and that's going to be a 5-second call. Took too much time out of the perimeter, too much dribbling. And turnover number 6 against the Vikings. Leeds is out. 5 in there for the Squirrels now. Both the Cates brothers, Zach and Wes, are in there, along with McKinnon, Kabervig. Zach and Wes, Cates, McKinnon, Kabervig, and Dixon. 50 seconds to go first half. Dixon catches short corner. He'll drive on Peraza, caught it underneath the basket, and stepped out of bounds. Turnover. It was either he or the ball ended up out of bounds. Might have been the ball, but whenever the case, a turnover. 5th against the Squirrels. 45 seconds to go here in the first half. 28-26. Squirrels lead by 2, and it has been a heck of a ball game. Tight throughout the first half. Pearson, pass goes for Heinrich. Eli Heinrich top of the key with it. Left wing, Caden Olsen. Olsen back out. Caught by Heinrich, who hands it off to Fryer. They were right next to each other. Shot clock at 15. Fryer to the corner. Here's Pearson. It's a long 2. Front rim, no. Offensive rebound, Peraza, and he's fouled. 21.3 seconds left. Foul's going to be on Dixon, his second. 21.3 seconds to go as Josh will check out. Brady Robinson checks into the game for the Squirrels. 21.3 to go as it will be Peraza to shoot a pair here for the Vikings. Jaden Peraza has been very good off the bench, both ends of the floor, off the glass, and he misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Rebound goes to Cade McKinnon. Rebound goes to McKinnon with 15 seconds to go here in the first half. Lob right wing, it is Zach Cates with it. Between the circles, Kabervig. Now to 10 seconds to go here in the half. Shot clock off, Kabervig. Left-handed dribble. Trying to drive around Heinrich. Left side, West Cates steps into a 3. It is off the glass, no good, and that will end the first half. McKinnon grabs the rebound, does throw up a 3, but it was short and came after the horn sounded. Squirrels lead by 2 going into the halftime break. Boy, good first half, back and forth. Squirrels hit 6 threes, 18 of the 28 points in the first half for Central Cass, coming on 3-pointers. Meantime, Kindred pretty much played the entire second quarter. Gavin Keller picked up his second foul in the final seconds of the first quarter. But Kindred able to hold their own thanks to Fryer and a 3 from Pearson as both teams head to the locker room for the halftime huddle. First half numbers in just a moment as your halftime score here in this Region 1 standout. Score reads 28-26. Central Cass leads the Kindred Vikings. We're back after this 2.5-minute timeout. For the Squirrels, that was the only region loss for Richland. Entry pass inside, Dixon turns right, blocked over Evanson. It's good. Count it, and a foul on the Colts. Wilson Leeds will lead the break, kicks it out right wing. One-handed catch by Cates. Cates to the free throw line, jump shot around the rim and crawls through and good. Pass by Ryland and now Myers. Far corner, it's a 3 for Owen Warry and good. Guys, where the Colts like to create some chaos. To the corner with it. Here's a 3 by Zach Cates. It's good. 5 for Cates. 3:38 to go here in the opening quarter. 11-4. Carson Anderson checking into the game for the Richland Colts. Here in there. Warry. Free throw line for Josh Dixon. Anderson, a 6'5 senior. Inside for Leeds. Turns and scores. Cass. Long down floor over the shoulder catch. Got it over the defender. And Warry left the layup short. We will have... Is it going to be a yes? It's going to be... Big heads right off a Dixon screen. To the corner, Owen Warry. Quick trigger 3. Got it. Westgate's in the lineup for Central Cass. Here's a three by Coppervig. Rims off, no good. Leeds offensive rebound. Turnaround right-handed shot. Off the glass, he scores. Yes. Left wing, it's Leeds. Leeds works his way to the free throw circle. Pulls up from 15. Yes. Coppervig. Max, not about a 3. Feet inside, flashing for a Dixon. Reverse layup. Good. Coppervig the assist. 8 Worry. Wraparound pass for Dixon. Dixon bounce past Leeds. Fills the paint and scores off glass. For Dixon, right elbow, hands it off to Leeds, top of the key, jump shot good. Christian Leeds, nearly a double-double in the first, returns it for Worry. 8 seconds left. Coppervig, he'll drive baseline, caught underneath the basket, sends it out to Cates. Up top, straight on 3, Worry, got it. That'll end the half. Girls as Cates back the other way. Zach for Coppervig. Cross court Leeds, wide open, long 2 is good. Rattles around, no, they'll give him a 3. Zach Cates for Dixon. Dixon pulls up, free throw line jump shot around the rim and crawls through. Defensively, Ryland chases him around. Down the left side, Coppervig around Ryland, pulls up left of the paint from 15, and Coppervig hits. First pass, they'll have to chase behind. It's Copper part of these games and active, and it's great to hear. It's really a great part of the atmosphere. It's 28-26. We're back here at the half. Central Cass a 2-point lead and game down in Colfax tonight. Another big one in Region 1. It is 30-28, beg your pardon. Richland leading the Oak Grove Rovers at halftime in that one. First half numbers here first for Central Cass. The Squirrels hitting 6 3-pointers in the first half of play as Zach Cates had a couple of threes in the first quarter for 6 points. Owen Worry 3 threes. So he started things off with a 3 to begin the game. Worry with 10 first half points for Central Cass. 3 threes for Owen. Max Coppervig with 6 in the first half. 4 points for Christian Leeds. Leeds worked around some foul trouble in the second quarter as he picked up his second with 6:23 to go in the half. 4 for Christian Leeds. 2 points for Brady Robinson. And there's your scoring. 28 in the first half for Central Cass. From the free throw line, the Squirrels go 6 of 8, 75% from the free throw stripe. Max Coppervig 3 of 4, Owen Worry 1 of 2, and Brady Robinson 2 of 2. Team fouls, a total of 8, make it 7 on Central Cass. Owen Worry, Christian Leeds, and Dixon 2 each. Worry picked up his second with a little over 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. And Dixon picked up his second in the final minute with just over 21 seconds to play in the first half. And 1 foul as well for Brady Robinson. Turnover-wise, just 5 for Central Cass in the first half. Leading rebounders weren't a lot of missed shots, quite frankly, especially early on in the game. Leading rebounders Dixon with 2. He also blocked a shot. A couple of rebounds each for Leeds, Zach Cates, and Cade McKinnon. For the Kindred Vikings, they are led by by Gavin Keller, beg your pardon. Keller with 10 points, 4 rebounds, and picked up his second foul in the final seconds of the first quarter as he picked up his second personal with 8.5 seconds to go in the first quarter. And I don't believe he played at all in the second, as 10 for Keller. Jaden Peraza really did a nice job on the glass, filling in inside. Didn't have the offensive punch, but he had, counting it up here, 5 rebounds. Andy Fryer, 6 points. Actually, beg your pardon, 7 points for Andy Fryer. So he knocked down a pair of free throws, had a 3 in the second quarter as well, 7 for Fryer. 3 points off the bench for Matt Pearson, 2 each for Dawson Schaefer, Caden Olson, and Max McQuillan. For a first half total of 26 for the Kindred Vikings is from the free throw line. The Vikings went 4 of 5. We talked in the first half. They're about a 71% foul shooting team as a group. And they went 4 of 5 first half. Keller 2 of 3, Fryer 2 of 2. Team foul 6 on Kindred. 2 for Keller, 2 for Dawson Schaefer as he picked up his second with 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. And 1 each for Caden Olson and Jaden Peraza. Leading rebounder, Peraza 5, Gavin Keller 4, and 6 first half turnovers for the Vikings. You're even at 14 after 1 as the Squirrels got the lead. The biggest, I believe, was 6, if I remember correctly. They got to 6 at one point in the first half, and 14-12 Squirrels in the second quarter, and it's 28-26 Central Cass with the lead at halftime. Our basketball brought to you this evening here on 103.9 The Truck, 103.9thetruck.com by A Country Farm Credit Services. More Engineering West Fargo by Colfax Farmers Elevator, by Steve's Heating and Air Conditioning of Castleton, Kelly's Cafe in Arthur, and by Proceed. Girls hoops tomorrow night should be a good one. Girls basketball matchup we'll have for you on 103.9 The Truck, 103.9thetruck.com. Northern Cass at Central Cass back here in Castleton. Coverage will begin coming up around 7:30 tomorrow night. It is 28-26, 2-point lead here for the Squirrels. We'll come back for the second half. We'll do that in 2.5 minutes. It will be Viking basketball to start the third quarter. It'll be Fryer, Schaefer, Keller, Caden Olson, and Max McQuillan. Central Cass with Worry, Coppervig, Dixon, Christian Leitz, and Zach Cates. Kindred ball down by 2. They'll go from left to right as we see it. As McQuillan drives inside Keller. Lowe able to dig that one out. Shot inside, no good. Rebound tipped and into the hands of Owen Worry for Central Cass. Down floor for Coppervig. To the corner with it, Christian Leitz. Now back left side, Coppervig. Up top, Cates. Now between the circles with it, Max Coppervig. Opening minute of play here in the third, 28-26. Got to have a game for both teams here in a Region 1 showdown. Tight game as everybody pretty much expected. Free throw circle, Dixon. Dixon spins on Keller. Shot swatted away. Blocked by Keller. Saved by McQuillan. And Dixon gets it back. But Gavin Keller, the rejection. Free throw line. Christian Leitz, left wing 3. It is Cates. It is tipped and short. And rebound into the hands of Keller. It's 5th. Now comes Andy Fryer for Caden Olson. Back high on the left side for Andy Fryer. Up top, McQuillan. Right wing, it is Dawson Schaefer. Trying to cut now, coming back to the top of the key, Caden Olson. Fryer on the drive, hands it off to Schaefer. Schaefer inside for Keller, got stripped as he's going to elevate in the left blocks and go up strong and had it stripped away out of bounds. It will belong to the Vikings. 18 to shoot, 6:52 to go here in the third quarter of play. Inbounds Andy Fryer. Fryer looking. Lob inside, one-handed catch tipped away from Keller, stolen by Dixon, turnover Vikings. Here's a drive by Dixon, stopped, and couldn't come to a clean stop and traveled. He tried to stop, keep his pivot foot, and then put up a shot around the defender and couldn't do so. Couldn't come to a clean stop. Dixon still yet to score tonight, and turnover there, the 6th of the game for Central Cass, and that's the first of the third quarter. No points here in the third, 6:40 and counting. It's 28-26 Central Cass. Here's McClellan, left wing with it for the Vikings. Back up top, Caden Olsen, right side for Schaefer. Schaefer, couple of dribbles, now up top for Andy Fryer. Ball fake by Fryer. Spins free throw line, knocked away. No, trying to come in on the weak side. Defensive help was Zach Cates, is called for the reach and foul. Zach Cates picks up the personal. That's his first. It is the first of the second half against either team. Viking ball. Triggered in will be Fryer. And he looks. Back out left wing for Schaefer. Schaefer will drive, knifes his way in. Circus shot up and good. Had to get around two defenders. Good body control by Schaefer. And laying it up and in to tie it up at 28 apiece. Kindred scoring 71 and a half points a game, giving up 55 and a half. Here's a drive by Coppervig, left wing, Dixon. Ball fake. Zach Cates hits it out right side. Three by Worry is no good. We'll have a foul. Worry putting up the three and got fouled that time. The foul's going to be a push on Dawson Schaefer. Central Cass coming in scoring 63 points a game, giving up 49 and a half. The foul on Schaefer is his third. And that's the first of the second half, but he was hacked to the axe, so three coming here for Worry. And the free throw, first one, rattles in and out, too strong. Two more coming here as the Squirrels looking to get on the board here in the third quarter. About a little over, actually a little under 2 minutes in. Second toss good. Worry 76% foul shooter as he knocks down free throw number 2. 29-28, and there's the third toss. That one's good as well. 30-28, 2-point advantage. 30-28 in favor of Central Cass. Fryer, left wing for McQuillan. Entry pass down low for Keller. Keller turns, he'll lay it up and in. Kevin Keller for 2, and we're even at 30. 5:47 to go here in the third quarter. Tied once more. Tied for the second time here in the third. Left wing Owen Worry with it. Worry driving, trying to get around Keller, who stepped out high defensively, and he's going to be called for the foul. Keller picks up his third. Second team foul against the Vikings here in the third quarter. 5:42 to go in the third. We are even at 30 as the inbound Squirrels ball near sideline front court. Front of the Central Cass bench, Christian Leeds sporting the white headband. Delivers it in. Coppervig drives down the baseline pass. Fryer, reverse layup is good. Boy, a nice drive and finish there by Coppervig. Max with 8, 32-30 Central Cass. 5.5 to go here in the third. Lob inside Fryer for Keller up strong. Shot rejected by Dixon into the hands of Worry. Second block for Josh Dixon tonight. He rejects the 6'9", Gavin Keller. Worry on the drive as we will have a hold and a foul called. He's fouled on his way to the hoop before the shot. Foul's going to be on Olsen, I believe. Yep, Caden Olsen picks up his second. Third Viking team foul. A score update from Colfax. We'll get that for you in a second. Turnaround shot. It's Cates off the back rim. No good. Andy Fryer grabs the rebound. That's his third for the Vikings. Ball knocked away, but picked up far sideline front court. Fryer gets it back. Worry nearly jarred it free. McQuillan with it for the Vikings. Sends it right wing. Caden Olsen. Olsen holds it at his right hip. Squirrels man-to-man defensively. Caden Olsen comes to a stop free throw line for Fryer. Fryer left-handed dribble. Now spins. Had it stripped by Coppervig. Andy got it back. Shot is up and short. No good. Left it short and Dixon the rebound. Now for Coppervig down floor. Christian Leeds. Leeds for 3 in the corner. That is up. No good. Battle for the loose ball. Still loose. It is out of bounds. It'll belong to Central Cass. Christian got an open look in the corner and it rattled out. Going to the fourth quarter in Colfax, Richland 46, Oak Grove 41 at the end of 3. And we'll have a timeout. Timeout called by Brad Whale and the Vikings. Short timeout, 4:40 to go here in the third. It is Central Cass 32, Kindred 30. Short timeout. We're back in 30 seconds. 4:40 to go here in the third quarter. Welcome back. Brad Anderson with you. Jeremy McIntyre producing things. Back at our studios, 32-30. 2-point lead for Central Cass. Owen Worry up top. Hands it off to Leeds. Leeds, stutter step, right-handed drive, gets to the blocks, leans in, shot rejected, blocked by Keller. Leeds gets it back, blocked by Keller again. Couple of blocks for Gavin Keller, picked up by McQuillan. Down floor with it, Fryer pulls up just inside the foul line. Shot is deep. Rebound inside, Keller turns inside, shot no good, and a foul against Central Cass. 2 rejections that time by Gavin Keller on the defensive end, getting the offensive rebound, cleaning up the mess after the Fryer shot. And foul by Zach Cates. Second on Cates. It'll be the second team foul the second half here against the Central Cass Squirrels. Keller's free throw good. 13 now for Keller. Monday night against Wyndmere Lidgerwood from the free throw line. They were 19 of 21 in that win. Free throw's good. Keller hits them both. We are tied for the third time here in the third quarter. We were even at 28 and 30. And once more, 32 apiece here in Castleton. This has turned, it's kind of, well, so far in the quarter, just 6-4 in favor of Kindred. And Central Cass just 1 field goal. That was that basket drive by Cobbervig. Maxwell drive, gets past Schaefer to the rim, and he'll lay it up, leaves it short this time. Rebound Dixon had it stripped away, taken by Schaefer. That'll be a turnover, the second against Central Cass. Inside, here's Peraza turns, left-handed shot, that's no good. Loose ball to the near sideline picked up by Owen Worry for Central Cass. Pass down floor, hits Zach Cates on the run. Baseline Dixon. Dixon faces up from 17. He knocks it down. That'll feel good for Dixon. And struggling to score here in the last couple of games. 34-32. Squirrels take the lead back. 2-point lead. 3:35 to go third quarter. Left wing with it. McQuillan up top. Schaefer directing traffic. Peraza free throw line. Peraza kick out for Friars. Keller on the bench with 3 fouls right now. Peraza in for the Vikings. Here's McQuillan. Sends it now left wing for Andy Fryer. Fryer, jab step, takes a dribble now for Schaefer. Schaefer to the corner with it. Caden Olsen back up top, deep 3. Fryer for the lead. He knocks it down. Andy Fryer from 22 feet, and the Vikings take the lead. It's 35-34. Kindred, a 1-point lead. 3:05 and counting here in the third. First lead change here in the third quarter. Pass tip picked up between the circles. Cobbervig. Bounce pass left of the free throw line for Dixon. Dixon up top. Now for Cates. Outside with it, Christian Leeds. Leeds top of the key. Bounce pass Worry. His 3 blocked. Blocked by Schaefer. Picked up by Fryer, and he is fouled trying to take off down floor with it. It'll be on Worry. Third personal on Owen Worry. Third team foul against the Squirrels. Substitution in for the Vikings. Paul Olsen checks in for McQuillan. He'll join Schaefer, Fryer, Peraza, and Caden Olsen. Zach Cates out. Brady Robinson will check in for the Squirrels. He will come in for Dixon. So for Central Cass now, Robinson, Worry, Leeds, Wes Cates, and also Max Cobbervig. 2:45 third quarter. Vikings a 1-point lead at 35-34. Fryer with it. Stepping out defensively. Help and recover defense. Robinson on the drive. Here's Caden Olsen to the rim. Layup no good. Rebound Christian Leeds his third. 2.5 to go here in the third, and a 1-point advantage for the Vikings. Wes Cates drives past Olsen. Turns for Robinson. Robinson left wing. Free throw line Leeds. Leeds spin move on Fryer. Puts up the shot. No good, and a foul call. Went into the spin cycle that time. Shot drawing the contact and a foul against the Vikings. Peraza picks up his second. Team foul number 4 against the Vikings. Stops the clock with 2:24 to go here in quarter number 3. And free throws coming here for Christian Leeds. His first charity tosses of the evening. Toss is up. It's good. Leeds an unofficial double-double. We had him for on Monday. Christian Leeds just under 70% from the foul line, 69.7. We're even at 35. Eli Heinrich into the game to replace Caden Olsen. Peraza checking out. As Gavin Keller back into the game here for the Vikings. Sat for about 2 minutes. Second toss around the rim and rattles on home. Squirrels 4 of 5 from the line here in the quarter. Puts them at 10 of 13 for the game, and they have taken a 1-point lead, 36-35 Central Cass. Right wing with it, Paul Olsen drives. Puts up an off-balance shot off the glass. Off at the last second. Rebound Schaefer. Schaefer head fake right blocks. Draws the contact. His shot is short off the window, and a foul call. Good body control head fake. Got the defender to lean into him, and got the contact of the foul call. Number 2 on Robinson. So a pair of free throws coming for Dawson Schaefer for the Vikings to try and retake the lead. 2:10 to go here in the third. Schaefer's first toss is no good. 75% foul shooter, came in 39 of 52, and that one hard off the back iron. Now, Kindred's got a good mix. Fryer can score. Keller's going to create matchup problems inside, and Schaefer's kind of the wild card. Free throw missed, and the rebound to Central Cass. So 2 misses from the Stripes, and the Squirrels will keep a 1-point lead with the ball. Kabervig ends up deep on the right side for Christian Leitz. A left-handed dribble to the free throw circle. Down the paint. A kick to the corner. Wes Cates. He'll attack into the paint. Shot inside. Dances off. No good. Christian Leitz is still down and will get an official's timeout. Well, he went down to the paint, and he is still writhing in pain as he has moved his way basically on the baseline. As trainer Phil Fott will check on Leitz, and not sure what exactly happened. So we've got a stoppage with the injury to Leitz. 1:49 to go in the third, and you certainly hope nothing serious here, but it's like Phil Fott, trainer through Sanford Health, Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, looks like right now maybe checking on that right knee. So we'll see what happens. Let's take a timeout here while we have the injury. But at 49 to go in the third quarter, it's a 1-point lead for Central Cass as, well, Leitz is up to his feet. 36-35. Actually, we'll keep it here. We'll keep it here, Jeremy. So, maybe a knee or an ankle perhaps. He's he can put a little bit of weight on that right leg and ankle, but he's headed to the locker room for now. We'll see if he returns or not, but that's a big loss for the Squirrels with Leitz, such a versatile player. You have Dixon, Robinson, along with Wes Cates, Rory, and Kabervig now your 5 for Central Cass, and we'll see. I didn't see, he went down after that first shot inside, so I don't know if a knee, maybe an ankle, but we'll see if he does return. Hopefully nothing serious. Minute 45 to go in the third. Low scoring quarter right now, 36-35. Neither team has gotten to double figures yet. High on the left side, Paul Olson to the corner for Fryer. Back high on the left side, Paul Olson. Between the circles, Schaefer. Lob over to the corner, it is Fryer. Back high on the left side with it. Now between the circles, Schaefer from Paul Olson. Inside, Keller in the short corner. Diagonal pass out, leaping catch. Olson drive, steps through, left the layup short. And a rebound to Josh Dixon. 5th rebound for Dixon. Back come the Squirrels with Wes Cates left wing. To the near corner, Owen Worry. 1:15 to go in the third. Worry pass tip near side. It is intercepted by Schaefer. Turnover Central Cass. Schaefer back the other way for the Vikings. He'll drive, gets to the rim. Shot altered by Josh Dixon. May have gotten a hand on it. Owen Worry the rebound. Down floor for Wes Cates. A minute to go here in the third. Rounded down to a halt here offensively. 36-35 Central Cass, and we have a whistle and a foul. It's going to be away from the ball, and it's on the Vikings and Eli Heinrich. First on Heinrich, it'll be the 5th team foul against the Vikings. Clock stop with 55.5 seconds to go in the third. Brady Robinson checking out. Zach Cates in for the Squirrels. 36-35 Central Cass. Couple of lead changes after Fryer's 3 gave the Vikings a brief lead at 35-34. Kabervig to the corner. Zach Cates near side to the left wing. Now just inside the foul line. Wes Cates gathers it in. Far side for Zach up top. 43 seconds to go third quarter. Shot clock still at 20. Wes Cates right wing. Here's a 3. Zach Cates. It's good! Big 3 for Zach Cates. 39-35 Central Cass. Just a split-second difference between shot clock and game clock here at the end of the third. Schaefer has used up his dribble high on the left for Heinrich. Eli now for Schaefer. Schaefer sends it near corner for Fryer. Back high on the right side for Schaefer. Schaefer left side Heinrich. 15 on the shot clock. Fryer left elbow. Jump shot Keller. It is off the back rim and drops in. 16 for Gavin Keller. 39-37. Clock running. Nobody went to get the inbounds. Now they've got to hurry. 3 seconds left. Worry down the baseline. Teardrop floater off the front rim. No good. And that'll end the third. After the made shot, nobody went to get the inbounds for Central Cass, so they wasted probably 4 or 5 seconds off the final seconds of the third quarter as we go to the fourth. 39-37. Central Cass leads Kindred. Fourth quarter in a minute. Each team scored 11 points in the third quarter. 39-37. Central Cass a 2-point lead. Vikings into a 2-3 zone. We start the fourth quarter. Coppervig between the circles with it for the Squirrels. Bounce pass left side for Cates. Wes up top for Zach Cates deep on the right side. Met by Schaefer for Coppervig. 3 feet beyond the top of the key. Dixon free throw line. Pass tip. Off the deflection. Worry with the catch. Sends it back for Zach Cates. 3 right side. That's no good. Rebound Keller. 7 rebounds for Gavin Keller. And Christian Leitz went to the locker room like a right knee or an ankle injury. He has not returned. Here's Paul Olson near side. Long 2, no good. Rebound chased down by Dixon. 6 rebounds for Josh Dixon tonight for the Squirrels. Down floor, Worry near corner drives. Peraza tries to cut him off, and we call for a blocking foul. Number 3 on Jaden Peraza. Team foul 6 against Kindred here in the second half. Cade McKinnon checks into the game. 6'2 sophomore. First appearance of the second half for Wes Cates. 7:16 to go in the fourth. 39-37. Both these teams capable of hitting 60s and 70s. Might be 50. Could get it done tonight. We'll see. Left wing with it. Coppervig. Coppervig, jump pass, right wing. Deep on the right side, Worry. Long bounce past Dixon. Baseline, 15-footer, no. Rebound, Cade McKinnon. McKinnon in traffic, sends it out left wing, Coppervig. He'll try it from 17 left side. That's no good. Rebound, Fryer trying to grab the rebound. Got upended. And more of a foul, I believe. Is it a foul or? Yeah, it is going to be a foul. It's going to be on Dixon. He upended Andy Fryer. 3rd on Dixon. 15 foul against the Squirrels. Matt Pearson checks into the game for the Vikings. He will come in for Peraza. Our basketball coverage brought to you by Allsider Ranch of Kindred, Hopewells of Kindred, the Cass County Reporter, Castleton Lumber, Jerry's Excavating of Castleton, and Moore Engineering of West Fargo. 39-37 Central Cass. 6:45 to go here in the fourth quarter. Pearson, far corner, high on the left side for Fryer. Up top, actually right of the key, it's Schaefer. 3 is deep. Rebound, Keller trying to knock it free, and it's going to be a foul on Keller. Trying to reach around Worry to get the rebound. He almost clotheslined him. Keller picks up his 4th. It is the 7th team foul, so that should be free throw. Should be 1-1 for Worry. Peraza in for Keller, and foul trouble has followed Gavin around tonight. 6:38 to play, and Keller to the bench with 4 fouls for how long. We will wait and see how long Brad Whale will let him sit. Worry has 12 points. He is 3 of 5 from the free throw line. He has a bonus coming here. Free throw is good. The first points of the fourth quarter. A minute 22 in. 40-37 Central Cass. Reminds me in some ways similar to the region semifinal game last year. Free throw good. Kindred able to pull away in really the last 2 to 2.5 minutes of that game as the Squirrels went ice cold down the stretch that night at the Shack. High post Peraza down low inside under the legs of Paul Olson. Gathers it in. Back out Schaefer. Wide open right side from 20. That's deep. About the hands of Worry out of bounds. It will stay with the Vikings. Well, he got an open look. Schaefer did that time, and an excellent three-point shooter. That one hard off the back iron. 4-point lead, 41-37. Central Cass right now a 2-possession lead. Still 6:20 to go here in the fourth. Team fouls, 7 on the Vikings, 5 on the Squirrels. Right now possession light to Kindred. Schaefer between the circles. Hand off Fryer back for Schaefer. Crossover dribble, sends it back for Andy Fryer. Fryer will drive underneath. Jump pass, and the pass hit the side of the basket. Now the officials are going to confer it'll be Central Cass ball. As Fryer tried to jump pass, it hit the basket. Actually hit behind the basket. That's a Viking turnover. Richland stays unbeaten in the region. They win at home over Oak Grove, pulling away late, 63-50. Colts over the Grovers tonight. 41-37. It's a 4-point lead here for the Squirrels. 6 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Coppervig to the corner. Owen Worry contesting Paul Olson and Pearson. Up top, head on 3. Coppervig over Schaefer. No good. Off the front rim. McKinnon offensive rebound. Cade's layup is short. Loose ball. One of a loose ball foul as Paul Olson got the rebound. And McKinnon was on his back. But Cade McKinnon got the rebound. It was the 4th of the night for Cade, but his putback was just short. That will be number 1 on McKinnon, 16 foul. Max McQuillan in. Keller sat about a max, not even a minute. He left with 6:38 to go. He's back in with 5:47 to play. Peraza out, as is Paul Olson for Kindred. 41-37, 4-point lead here for Central Cass here late in the ball game. Glad you're with us here on 103.9 The Truck. Been a dandy tonight. McQuillan, right side, three-pointer is long and missed everything. Fryer trying to save it and does in the short corner. Pass back out. Well, the foul is reaching to make that catch away from the defender was Pearson, and he's pushed and fouled. Coppervig will pick it up. First on Max, 17 foul. Each team now into the 1-and-1 bonus. And Matt Pearson has free throws coming his way here for Kindred. McKinnon checks out. Christian Leitz is back into the ball game. So that's great news for the Squirrels. Matt Pearson will be his first trip to the free throw line all season. According to the stats from Coach Brad Whale, free throw off the back rim, he missed it, and the ball tipped out into the hands of Coppervig. So they miss on the front end of the 1-and-1. So a 4-point lead, 41-37 Central Cass, 5:23 to go in the fourth. Cates, pass goes wide, but a one-handed catch between the circles. Coppervig, Zach Cates deep on the right side. Baseline Dixon. Dixon, jump pass out, leaping catch off the hands of Cates, stolen. Here's Schaefer on the steal. He'll drive on Cates, circus shot, he got it. Boy, what a great shot by Schaefer. Circus shot, trying to get away from the defender and put it up off the glass and in, and a timeout called by Brad Whale and the Vikings. Points off of turnovers there. Timeout, 5:07 to go in the fourth. It will be a full timeout. 5:07 fourth quarter, 41-39 Central Cass. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Basketball coverage brought to you tonight by the Hunter Grain Company, by Proceed. Cassville Water District with 13 locations. Kelly's Cafe in Arthur, by Cass County Electric Cooperative. Castleton Lumber, the Ring Neck of Leonard. And Jerry's Excavating of Castleton, along with the Knickerbocker and Hickson. 5:07 to play here in the fourth. In a back-and-forth game, Squirrels led by 2 at halftime, 28-26. 39-37 after 3, and so far here in the fourth, each team just 2 points. 41-39. Central Cass coming in 4-1 of the region, 7-4 overall. 3 of their 4 losses by a total of 9 points, including a 1-point heartbreaker Monday to the Richland Colts. Leitz steps through, shot blocked. Another block that time by Keller. He has 4 blocks by our counts tonight. And come the Vikings. Up fake McQuillan, left wing Schaefer up top. Fryer, 3 for the lead. Off the glass, no good. Rebound goes to Caden Olsen. Olsen drives into Dixon and draws the foul. Offensive rebounds. That 3 came hard off the glass on the attempt from Fryer. Caden Olsen going hard into Josh Dixon. Number 4 on Dixon now. And the first player into serious foul trouble now for Central Cass. Caden Olsen, chance to try and tie the game. First toss, banked it in. Third point for Olsen, 41-40 Central Cass. Dixon out, Wes Cates is in. Caden Olsen, one more to try and tie the game. He is a 56% foul shooter. Caden Olsen averaging 4 rebounds per game. Free throw, he's got 4 tonight, misses that one. 1 of 2 from the stripe as Christian Leitz grabs the rebound, his 5th. 41-40. And Matt Norman asking for time, and he'll get it. Timeout on the floor. Timeout Squirrels. They've got plenty of timeouts to play with. 4.5 to go in the fourth. It will be a full timeout. 41-40. Central Cass the lead. We're back in 30 seconds. 41-40 Central Cass, a 1-point advantage. Squirrel Boys will host Hillsborough Central Valley here Saturday night. Varsity game around 7:30 to 7:45. Our coverage brought to you by Steve's Heating and Air Conditioning, your carrier dealer in Castleton, and by Procene. For the Squirrels, it is Leitz, Coppervig, the Cates boys, Zach and Wes, and Worry. Vikings with Schaefer, McQuillan, Fryer, Gavin Keller, and Caden Olson. Central Cass ball. A 41-40 lead. 4:25 and rolling in the fourth. Near side, Coppervig gets the play from Matt Norman. Left-handed drive, Coppervig to the corner, West Cates. He'll work his way along the three-point arc, back towards the top of the circle. Here's a drive, Zach Cates. Pops it out for West Cates. Now up top, Leitz. He'll challenge Keller with the 4 fouls. Leitz, back up top, Worry. 6 on the shot clock. Owen a drive, got tripped up and a foul. Just a little sliver of daylight as he was able to get down the paint, got tripped up and fouled. Caden Olson will pick up his third. 8th team foul against the Vikings in the second half, and Worry has not had a field goal here in the second half. He's 4 of 5 from the line in the half. For the game, 5 of 7. Free throws good. 42-40. That's, I think, for Central Cass. I think they've got to maybe prove to themselves a little bit. You got to finish a game against a good team. That's one way to do it. Knock some free throws down. A couple of freebies made by Worry. 43-40 Central Cass. This Kindred bunch, they've been in, no matter the sport, they've been in a lot of these over the years. These guys are pretty challenged and battle-tested. Zone defense now for Central Cass. Looks like they're going back to that 1-3-1 they showed in the second quarter. Here's a 3 by Fryer. It is up. That's good, and we're tied. There's a guy that's been pretty clutch in his athletic career. Another 3 for Andy Fryer, his third of the night. We're tied at 43. There's something about that Fryer family, isn't there? Andy and Tina, they've made some big plays over the years, no matter the sport. 3 in the corner by Cates. Yes! Cold-blooded Zach Cates buries it. 46-43 Central Cass. 3:22 down inside for Keller around Leitz, and the big fella drops it in for 2 and answers back. Timeout, Brad Whale on the Vikings. Kindred down to 2 timeouts left. They'll use this one. It's a short one. 3:18 to go in the fourth. 46-45 Central Cass. We're back in 30. .18 to go fourth quarter. 46-45 after Fryer tied it up with a 3. Zach Cates answering back, and then Keller with a basket of his own down to the blocks. 1-point Squirrels lead. They break the zone press. Coppervig to the baseline with it. Now retreats to the left wing. 3:06 left. Coppervig left wing. Near side Leitz. Leitz might have been his right knee. Looks like they've got it taped up a little bit. Shot clock at 15 as he went down late in the, it was either late in the third or early in the fourth. It was late in the third quarter. Ball knocked away as tripped up with Schaefer. The ball out of bounds. It'll go to Kindred as Schaefer poked it away from Coppervig. They both went after the ball. Schaefer tipped over inadvertently by Coppervig. The ball out of bounds. A Central Cass turnover as the Kindred bench and fans up in arms, and nothing was called, but they do get the ball. Schaefer high on the left side. McQuillan top of the key. Right side for Fryer. Fryer bullet inside for Caden Olson. Back up top. Schaefer. A 3 for the lead. It is short. Rebound to McQuillan. McQuillan drives into Leitz. Offensive foul. Leitz took the charge inside. The player control foul number 1 on Max McQuillan. 9th Kindred team foul. 2:33 left. Inbounds for Coppervig. They look to set up, looks like a 1-2-1-1 press lob for Leitz, far side in backcourt. Returns it for Coppervig. 2 defenders to meet him. Max down the far sideline trying to avoid getting trapped or double team. Now for Cates. Zach for Christian Leitz, far corner. Now to the right wing. Sends it back for Coppervig. 16 to shoot. 2:13 left. Squirrels by 1. Between the circles with it, here's Coppervig. Schaefer trying to poke that ball free. Off the screen, left wing. Worry drives to the elbow, to the corner. Zach Cates for 3. It is short. Rebound Leitz inside. Had it, lost it. Scramble in the paint. We have a whistle and a jump ball. Got the rebound, then went down to the floor with it. A whole wave of blue surrounding him. Jump ball, possession light to the Vikings. And a minute 58 to play. They got a look. A pretty good one from Cates in the corner. The Vikings come up with a defensive stop as they are able to force the jump ball. Schaefer across the time stripe. 2 timeouts left for the Vikings. Still plenty, 4 for Central Cass if they need them. McQuillan right side, a left-handed dribble, free throw line, shot fake. Left side for Schaefer. Schaefer on the drive into the paint. Wild shot is up, no good. He drew the contact and a foul against the Squirrels. Austin Schaefer, very good off the dribble, is behind the contact there and a foul called. A minute 41 to play. It is number 4 on Worry. Dixon has been on the bench for about 3 minutes. Actually, he's back in there now, but he went to the bench with 4:37 left. Josh back into the game now for Central Cass. Schaefer for 2, and they first went short. And the moment it left his hand, it just came out there flat and short. One more coming to try and tie the game now. 46-45 Central Cass. One more for Schaefer. That one's much better. He knocked that one down. We're even at 46. Well, we could be headed perhaps for overtime. Wouldn't shock me in the least. 2-3 Kindred zone. Kaberving walks it across the time stripe. Squirrels from right to left here in the second half. Here's a handoff to Worry. Worry right side, Christian leads. Christian to the free throw line. Double team. Worry. Touch pass. Kaberving dashes down the baseline. Pass goes wide of Leeds. Picked up by Worry. It's stolen. Schaefer picked his pocket on the drive. Lays it up and in. Off the turnover. Schaefer the steal and the quick hands in the layup. 48-46 Vikings. 1:10 to go here in the fourth quarter, and Matt Norman wants a timeout. How about Dawson Schaefer? The pass went wide of Leeds. Worry picked it up, and Schaefer quickly picked his pocket. Timeout on the floor. 1:10 to go in the fourth. Kindred 48. Central Cass 46. We're back in 30. Final from the Newman Center at the University of Jamestown. Northern Cass beat Mid-Cota 71-58. So the Jags come away with a win. Richland beat Oak Grove earlier 63-50. So they stay unbeaten. They will face the Kindred Vikings in Kindred. That'll be another great game Monday night. 48-46 after the Schaefer steal and basket. 1:10 to go. Worry, Zach Cates, Dixon, Kabervig, and Leitz for Central Cass. Far sideline front court, Christian Leitz to trigger it in. Inbounds, Kabervig will take it. He'll be defended by Schaefer, joining Fryer, Keller, McQuillan, and Caden Olsen. Bounce pass up top for Owen Worry. Worry, right-handed drive on Olsen to the rim. Circa shot up, no good. Rebound at the hands of Dixon, but last touch, McQuillan trying to poke it away from him out of bounds. Well, the shot clock reset. Apparently the shot did not hit the rim, so it's 19 to shoot. 57.3 seconds remaining. And the Vikings lead by 2. Cates on the inbound. Directing traffic, finds Dixon. Dixon, right wing, 17-footer, no. Rebound, Max McQuillan. McQuillan gets around a pair of defenders. Pass down floor, here's Caden Olsen. Comes to a stop now for Dawson Schaefer. 45 seconds left. About an 18-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Schaefer. Now for Andy Fryer at the Squirrels logo at center court. Fryer right side has used up his dribble. And a timeout. Timeout called by Brad Whale in the Vikings. 17 on the shot clock. 35.7 seconds to go fourth quarter. Let's check on the length of the timeout. Full timeout. We'll take a break. 48-46 Kindred. They have the ball. And a 2-point lead. We're back in 30 seconds. Coverage brought to you by A Country Farm Credit Services, also by Kelly's Cafe in Arthur, the Hunter Grain Company, All Soccer Ranch of Kindred, Express Lane, and Kindred Quick Mart in Kindred. Also bringing you basketball action here tonight. Appreciate all our sponsors. Back with you tomorrow night. Going to be a good one. Girls basketball, Northern Cass and Central Cass. Coverage about 7:30 here on 103.9 The Truck and 103.9thetruck.com. 48-46 Kindred, 2-point lead of the ball. McQuillan, front court near sideline. Inbound Schaefer, and he is fouled by Christian Leitz. Leitz will pick up his third, so they elect to foul right away. 34.6 seconds left. A little different than the other night. They elected not to foul with Richland the other night and elected to just let him get a shot late. Foul as Leitz picks up his third. Schaefer will shoot two. He is just 1 of 4 from the free throw line tonight. He'll shoot two. First one's good. As he squirrels now to the double bonus, that is 10 team fouls, 9 for the Vikings. 49-46 Kindred. 3-point lead, 34.6 left. Second toss, back rim, no. Rebound, Christian Leitz. Squirrels down 3, don't necessarily need to get a 3 here. Worry, high on the right side. Timeout, Matt Norman of the Squirrels. Timeout, 27.6 seconds to go. It will be a sideline inbounds when we come back. Full timeout, 49-46 Vikings. We're back in 30. (49-46), 3-point lead here for Kindred. Shot clock off, Central Cass ball. As for Kindred, it'll be Keller, McQuillan, Caden Olson, Dawson Schaefer, who right now his steal and his right now, that basket right now stands as the game winner. Wes Cates, Cobbervig, Worry, Leitz, and Dixon, your 5 for Central Cass. 27.6 seconds to go. Shot clock off. Wes Cates will trigger it in. Far sideline front court. Wes Cates for Worry. Worry high on the right side with it. Worry on the drive to the right wing to the corner. Cobbervig. Cobbervig fires for 3 at a short. Dixon put back is good for 2. And a timeout Central Cass. So Dixon, after the shot short, somebody might have got a hand on it, but Dixon the rebound and able to put it up and in. Well, the Squirrels have 2 timeouts left. They'll take one now. It's a 30. We'll keep it here. So our coverage brought to you by the Cass County Reporter. And also brought to you by Casserole Water District with 13 locations. Looking to see here. Schaefer might have got a hand on that. It was short, and then Dixon able to clean up the mess inside. 49-48 Kindred. Possession light right now favors the Squirrels. Team fouls Central Cass at 10. They're at the 10 foul limit. The Vikings with 9. We'll see. I imagine they'll probably elect a foul. They fouled Schaefer right away the previous possession. Fryer's an excellent free throw shooter. He came into play tonight from the line at 83%. Schaefer 74.5. Max McQuillan's at 75. Keller's at 73% from the stripe. Olson to the inbounds. Looking. Finds Keller. Keller now the near side, fouled by Cobbervig. Dixon went for the steal and couldn't get to it. Cobbervig fouls Keller. And Keller from the line is 4 of 5 tonight. 15.5 seconds left. So they didn't take a lot of time, maybe a couple of seconds off the clock. So here's Keller to shoot 2. 15.5 seconds left. 49-48 Vikings. And we're trying to beat Central Cass for the 6th consecutive time. Free throw is short. Hit up the front rim and off. 15.5 left. One more coming here for Keller. After the Squirrels, if he misses, got to find a way to get a rebound. Second toss, got it. 2-point game. Central Cass 1 timeout left. Leitz can't get it to Cobbervig. They find Worry back for Christian Leitz. 12 seconds left. Christian hands it off. Worry bobbles it and a timeout. So a timeout called by Matt Norman of the Squirrels. It's a 30. Again, we'll keep it here. 10.1 seconds to play. As Leeds was going to hand it off to Worry, who didn't get that handoff cleanly, but Matt Norman, I think, wants to set up a play here, wants to get something kind of more controlled and set up, so they'll take that last timeout. I'll take it home with you, and now that basically means you've got to get the inbounds in. If you can't get the inbounds in, you're out of timeouts. Take a chance here now. So the Squirrels, talked about it earlier, 4 losses on the year. They lost to Thompson by 20 before Christmas, but a 3-point loss to a state-ranked team in New Rockford Cheyenne, 5-point loss to a good Grafton team, a team that Kindred also lost to on New Year's Eve, and then that 1-point heartbreaker to Richland, that one really stinging, because that was a region loss. 10.1 seconds left. Dixon, Worry, Habervig, Zach Cates, and Christian Leitz. Somebody has to deliver in the inbounds. It'll be Leitz. Front of the Squirrels bench, near sideline front court. Here we go. Inbounds. Got to get rid of it. Worry near corner with it. Left wing Worry. Worry a right-handed drive into the paint. Leans in, falls away. Shot blocked by Keller. Loose ball. Schaefer picks it up. 2 seconds left, down to 1, and he dribbled out the clock, and Kindred wins it. A shot in the paint, blocked by Gavin Keller, was a loose ball. Schaefer picked it up. Squirrels tried a couple of times to reach and try and get a foul to stop the clock. There was a couple of attempts to try and reach and see if they could get enough contact to draw a foul. He dribbled out the final, really 4 to 5 seconds of the clock, and the Vikings win it. So Kindred comes up with another close victory over Central Cass. That is their 6th consecutive win. Last year, both 5-point games. 2 years ago, games of 7 and 5 points, and this one a little bit closer. A 2-point victory here tonight as the Vikings remain perfect in the region. They win their 8th consecutive game, now 9-3 overall. And another heartbreaker, another gut punch loss for Central Cass as they fall to 7-5 on the season. They are now 4-2 in region play. Stay tuned. We got a lot to get to in our post-game report. That comes up next. Your final score, Kindred comes up big as they win another tight one over their arch rivals here in rural Cass County. Final score, Kindred 50, Central Cass 48. Our post-game coming up in 3 minutes. Boy, a lot to get to in the postgame. 50-48, the final score. The lowest scoring game for Kindred this year. Prior to tonight, they were held to 58 against Grafton in a loss on New Year's Eve. This winning streak, which has now hit 8 consecutive games, they've been anywhere from 68 to 80 points. But really in the second half, defenses really tightened up. It kind of became a possession game. There was, a few offensive rebounds here and there, but came down the stretch. Vikings made some key plays. Dawson Schaefer a steal and a basket, which gave the Vikings the lead for good at 48-46. He got 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Josh Dixon a basket off a putback basket, offensive rebound to make it 49-48 in the final seconds. Keller 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And the Squirrels had a chance. Keller on a shot. And it looked like he got a hand on it. Looks like just inside the foul line and ended up short. Schaefer got the rebound, and Squirrels desperately trying to get to him and foul him in the final seconds to stop the clock, and they could not as he got the ball with just under 5 seconds left trying to dribble out the clock, and he did. And Dawson Schaefer came up huge, and again, Kindred finding a way to get it done over Central Cass. 6th straight win for the Vikings over the past 4 seasons, and another tight victory here tonight. And boy, this week is just, and really, you go back to last Friday, just some of the games that we've had to you with Northern Cass and Enderlin, and Central Cass Richland, Central Cass Kindred. Another dandy coming up Monday with Kindred and Richland in Kindred. That'll be coming up Monday there. Right now, 2 unbeatens as the Kindred Vikings and Richland Colts still unbeaten in region play. Colts winning tonight down in Colfax, beating Oak Grove by a score of 63-50. Final numbers here on this one for the victorious Vikings, now 9-3 on the year, and they remain perfect inside of Region 1 play as they move now to 7-0 in the region. As far as the kind of the heavyweights and among the top teams in the top half of the region, they have not played Richland. They will play Oak Grove next week. They beat Central Cass, they beat Northern Cass, and they have Enderlin coming up a little later on in a couple of weeks, about the second week of February. For the victorious Vikings, Gavin Keller, 19 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 block shots by our numbers. 19 points, 7 rebounds, 5 blocks for Keller tonight for the Kindred Vikings. Andy Fryer, 13 points, hit a big 3 to tie the game up midway through the fourth quarter. 13 for Fryer, 4 rebounds. Dawson Schaefer, 10 points, 8 in the second half, including the steal and what proved to be the game-winning basket late, which gave the lead to the Vikings at 48-46. 10 for Schaefer, 3 points each for Matt Pearson and Caden Olson. 3 rebounds as well for Olson. 2 points, 4 boards for Max McQuillan. Final total of 50 for the Kindred Vikings. From the free throw line, totaling it up here in the second half, as they were from the stripe. Just totaling that up right now. They end up 6 of 13 by my numbers from the free throw line, 6 of 13 from the stripe. That puts them at 10 of 18 for the game, so around 50, a little over 55%, as Schaefer from the stripe goes 2 of 6, Andy Fryer 2 of 2, Matt Pearson 0 of 1, Caden Olson 1 of 2, Jaden Peraza 0 of 1, Gavin Keller went 3 of 4. Team fouls 9 of the Vikings' second half. They end up with a final total of 15. 4 for Keller. He picked up his 4th with 6:38 to go in the fourth. Sat for about a minute, and he played the majority, if not all, of the remainder of the game. 4 for Keller, 3 for Caden Olson, Dawson Schaefer, and Jaden Peraza. 1 each for Eli Heinrich and Max McQuillan. Turnover-wise, just 3 in the second half for the Vikings and 9 on the game. Leading rebounder Keller 7, Peraza had 5, and Fryer and McQuillan each with 4. 9 turnovers for Kindred. Central Cass tonight, 16 for Owen Worry, just under his average of 17.2 per game, as Worry did not have a field goal in the second half. 6 of 7 from the free throw line of the second half. 16 for Worry. 12 points, 2 rebounds for Zach Cates. 8 points for Max Cobbervig. Christian Leet, 6 points, 7 rebounds, as he got shaken up late in the third quarter. Looked like a right knee or ankle injury. Went to the locker room. Phil Font got him taped up. He came back in to finish the game. 6.7 rebounds for Leets. 4 points for Josh Dixon, 4.7 rebounds and a pair of blocks, and 2 points for Brady Robinson and a couple of free throws in the second quarter, and a final total of 48 for Central Cass. They were very good from the line tonight. 14 of 17 from the free throw stripe. They went 8 of 9 in the second half, so 14 of 17 from the line. That is 82.4%. Worry for the game went 7 of 9. Coppervig 3 of 4. Leeds 2 for 2. Robinson 2 of 2. Team fouls. Squirrels got to the 10 foul limit in the second half as they ended up for the game with 18 team fouls. 4 on Dixon. He picked up his fourth with 4:37 left, but did come back in to finish. 2 for Robinson, 3 for Leeds, 4 for Worry, 2 for Coppervig and Zach Cates, and 1 for Cade McKinnon. Cade did not score, at 4 rebounds tonight for Central Cass. Turnover-wise, 6 in the second half and 11 on the evening. 28-26, Central Cass led by 2 at halftime. Each team 11 points in the third quarter, made it 39-37 in favor of the Squirrels after 3. And then 13-9 in the fourth quarter is the Schaefer steal and layup, giving the Vikings the lead at 48-46. They got it down to a point at 49-48 and had a chance, had the final possession. Keller tipping a shot. Schaefer got the rebound, just under 5 seconds left, dribbled out the clock, and the Squirrels fall short tonight. Kindred Vikings win it by a score of 50-48. 50-48 the final. Let's take a one final timeout here in our post-game report. We'll wrap things up here from Central Cass, and we'll get you ready what's next. Both these teams get their next game should be good ones as the Squirrels step outside of the region Saturday, and a showdown with Kindred and Richland coming up Monday night. We'll wrap it up in 2 minutes. Kindred wins it tonight 50-48. Richland defeating Oak Grove 63-50 was the final score. Just perusing the scoreboard here, see if we have anything else to pass along here this evening. And we'll check in one more peek at the scoreboard before we call it an evening. And doesn't look like anything has popped up here as of yet. Still might be some games finishing up late tonight. If not, we'll have those for you in the morning tomorrow Sports 720 and 820 in the Ben and Jim Morning Show here on 103.9 The Truck and 103.9thetruck.com. As we mentioned going into the break, Squirrels back at home and not getting any easier. Hillsborough Central Valley, who lost a pair of games last week and then responded beating Northern Cass Monday night. The Burros will come here to Castleton Saturday evening. Varsity game around 7:30, and then a few days without a game. In the 7th week from tomorrow, they will host Hankinson in a game we'll have for you here on 103.9 The Truck and 103.9thetruck.com. And tough stretch of Region 1 games continues for Brad Whale and the Kindred Vikings as they will host Richland. Should be a dandy on Monday night in Kindred, and then at Oak Grove a week from tonight. Also region games remaining with Milner North Sargent, Hankinson, and Enderlin. Actually, they'll face Enderlin on the 27th. That'll be the final regular season game for both of those teams. They also have a game hosting state-ranked Hatton Northwood on the horizon as well. That'll be on February the 18th. That should be a fun matchup there as Hatton Northwood in the top 10 in the Class B basketball polls. That'll do it here tonight. Thanks to our sponsors. You'll hear that list here momentarily. Thanks as well to Jeremy McIntyre, keeping the ship steady back at our studios, and a great job as always by Jeremy. Back with you tomorrow for girls basketball. Central Cass and Northern Cass here at Central Cass School in Castleton. Two of the top 3 teams in Region 1 will square off. Always a fun matchup, and tomorrow night should be no different. Coverage begins around 7:30, 103.9 The Truck and 103.9thetruck.com. Repeating the final one more time, the Kindred Vikings win their 8th consecutive game, and they remain unbeaten in Region 1 play. Final score, Kindred 50, Central Cass 48 from Central Cass School in Castleton. I'm Brad Anderson. Good night.